hustle. Baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on home.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Glacier Bank Park for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today the Glacier Range Riders take on the Missoula Paddleheads in Game 2 of a 6-game series here at Glacier Bank Park. Last night, the Paddleheads broke open a tied game with a 6-run 6th inning and handed the Range Riders an 11-5 loss on Friday night at Glacier Bank Park. Range Riders struck first to open the game with a Tommy Rover 2 RBI single, made it 2-0. And Jacob Steele added an RBI single as well. It was 3-0 after 2. However, in the 4th inning, Missoula answered. They scored 5 runs on just 4 hits to jump in front 5-3. C.J. Dean had the big hit of the inning, a 2-run double. But the Range Riders came right back. Carson Horning, RBI sacrifice fly before the tilt turned for good to Missoula. 11 batters to the plate in the top of the 6th inning. 6 runs on 4 hits, including a 3-run home run from Nick Klemp that pushed the Paddleheads in front. And from there, they got the victory. Range Riders came up short. And once again tonight, we'll be searching for their 200th victory in franchise history in their 93rd ever meeting with the Missoula Paddleheads. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the starting lineups for you from the Flathead Valley. Do not touch that dial. Range Riders and the Missoula Paddleheads coming right up.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Vogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back in. It's the pregame here between the Range Riders and the Missoula Paddleheads. We will get started in just a few moments here, but first let's go over the starting lineups. First, for the home side, the Glacier Range Riders. Alex Fernandez leads off once again. Kyle Ashworth will bat second. Tommy Rover bats third. The middle three is Donovan Radfield, Carson Horning, and Jacob Steele. Drew Collins, Carson Garner, and Logan Beard round out the starting 9 for the Glacier Range Riders. Aiden Elfring is the pitcher on this Saturday night. On the other side, it is Will Bermudez to lead off once again for Missoula. Nick Klemp, the designated hitter, bats second. Enzo Apodaca bats third. The middle three is Dean, Stone, and Casarella. Kazuski, Gutierrez, and Piotkovich round out the starting 9. Reese Fields will do the pitching for this Missoula Paddlehead squad. Look at the PBL standings. It is the Range Riders just 6.5 games back of a playoff spot right now. 21-6, so the Billings Mustangs right now. And Technically, that means Range Riders are a little bit further back because the tiebreaker would go to Billings if the Range Riders and the Mustangs end up square. Missoula just one game back of Glacier. They are squashed right in the middle of the standings right now. The Range Riders 6th in a 12-team league, while the Paddleheads 7th. So just behind. Long Beach and Billings are in the playoffs if the first half ended today. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have first pitch from Glacier Bank Park. Do not touch that dial. Range Riders and the Paddleheads coming right up.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back. Top of the first inning, just on the cusp of starting, as you see the starting lineups being introduced onto the field here at Glacier Bank Park. Range Riders and the Paddleheads all time. This will be the 93rd meeting between the two sides. Range Riders just at about a .327 win percentage against their cross-day rival, yet to beat them this year. And so we're looking for some success on this Saturday night. The Range Riders in general have struggled on Saturdays. It's been the one night that has kind of got to them this year, where everything else is somewhere around 500. On Saturdays this season, the Range Riders are 1-3. They have multiple wins on every other day and are 4-1 on Tuesdays and Wednesdays this year. In this month of June, Range Riders are 6-10 overall, which is in contrast to the 9-3 month of May. For Glacier, we will send it down to the field now as our national anthem sang live in stadium here at Glacier Bank Park.
Performing the national anthem tonight is Kelsey Hensberg. Kelsey is proud to call the Flathead Valley home, where she served the community as event and sponsorship coordinator at the Flathead County Fairgrounds. Please welcome Kelsey Hensberg.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we came at the twilight's last gleaming
Our national anthem sang live in stadium as we prepare for first pitch from the Flathead Valley. Let's go over the defense today for the Glacier Range Riders. Donovan Ratfield will do the work behind the plate per usual for this Range Riders. For Donovan Ratfield, this is his 24th start of the season, out of now this being the 29th game of the season. Over at third base, it'll be Tommy Rover. At shortstop, it'll be Jacob Steele. Logan Beard will bat and the 9-hole and play second base. Carson Garner will be the first baseman today. The outfield from left to right, Collins, Fernandez, and Ashworth. All behind starting pitcher Aiden Elfring. Elfring, product of the University of Dubuque, which is a very good baseball playing school at the D3 level, where he was a two-way player for Dubuque. Not only a stellar pitcher, which is obviously where he's making the run as a professional, but a very good first baseman as well. Could hit some bombs for Dubuque. And on the season for Elfring, a 6.59 ERA, 2 wins, 3 losses. And the thing you love about him is he hits the strike zone. 23 strikeouts, 5 walks. When the Range Riders have stumbled over the past couple days, it has been the walks that have just piled up at an inopportune time. Last night against the Missoula Paddleheads. Of course, Paddleheads maybe had a little bit more extra base pop. The 2 home runs certainly helped. But the fact of the matter is when you're squared in hits with an opposing squad, you do not expect to lose by 6. And that's what happened for the Range Riders. Elfring looks to clean that up and see if he can get this Range Rider squad back to their winning ways. Right now on a 3-game losing streak, and technically dating back to the last Missoula series. They've lost 4 straight at home after 2 series victories at home to start the play in front of their home fans. First pitch is in the zone. We are underway, 7:07 p.m., 76 degrees and sunny here in the Flathead Valley. Game number 14 at home for the Range Riders, game number 29 on the season. The 0-1 into Bermudez fouled off. Count goes to 0-2 for Elfring, who's originally from Bird Island, Minnesota. The 0-2 pitch in to Bermudez. Upstairs and away. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bird Island, if you are wondering where that is located, that one's just called ball. Bird Island's kind of a no man's land between Minneapolis and South Dakota. Called strike 3. Bermudez challenged right away. We'll see what the call is. And Bermudez loses a challenge right away. I couldn't tell you how close that actually was because I just pulled up the ABS, and the first pitch that it will record for me is the next one. So it scraped the zone somehow, and Missoula is down to 1 challenge remaining. Just like that, Bermudez throws one in the trash early for the Paddleheads. It's a decision pitch, so I get the challenge, but with bases empty, leadoff batter, I don't know if I'm using it there. This one, a soft liner. Clint flies out to Jacob Steele. Bird Island, Minnesota, the hometown of Elfring. As you see, this one pretty routine for Steele. Population of Bird Island, Minnesota, as of the 2020 census, 1,005 people. Oh, 1. Also in the zone. Count goes to 0-2. Home plate umpires Matt Bieber, first base Mike Green, and at third base Travis Schatzman. Ball upstairs. The lore behind Elfring's hometown's name is there was a nearby bird sanctuary in a marsh in 1878. And so the town was named for that. And then the area was converted to farmland, which erased the bird island, the sanctuary. So there is no specific bird island at Bird Island, Minnesota anymore. This one a tapper over towards first. Carson Garner, glove to the turf, makes the grab and taps the bag. A 1-2-3 efficient 12 pitch. Top of the first inning for Aiden Elfring. The Range Rider bats come up to the plate. When we return in the bottom of the first inning.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. It's the bottom of the first inning. The Glacier Range Riders and the Missoula Paddleheads all tied at 0-0. Alex Fernandez will lead it off. The defense for the Missoula Paddleheads is Gutierrez behind the plate, Casarella at third, Piotkovich at short, Bermudez second, Tyler Stone at first base. The outfield from left to right is Dean, Kozuski, and Apodaca. First pitch from Reese Fields is in the zone on Alex Fernandez. Count goes to 0-1. Starting pitcher for this Missoula Paddlehead squad is a well-seasoned player for this team as he count goes to 1-1, misses inside, is in his third total year with the Paddleheads. Started 11 games in 2024 for Missoula with a 9.84 ERA, but he's gotten better every year. Out of the pen last year at a 5.67 ERA and 6 wins, as this one carries towards second base where Bermudez fields and throws out number 1. This year, in 9 appearances out of the pen, a 3.48 ERA, 3 wins, 1 loss, 21 strikeouts to 6 walks, has earned his ticket back into the starting rotation after essentially having that taken away from him due to his struggles in 2024. 5-year player at North Greenville, which is a very good D2 school, called strike into Kyle Ashworth. Now goes to 0-1. 5 years for the Crusaders of North Greenville, where he had a 4.14 ERA, 342 strikeouts in 332 innings. The 0-1 one-out pitch to Kyle Ashworth. Also in the zone. Count goes to 0-2. 325 batting average for Kyle Ashworth. On base percentage sitting at .533. The 0-2. Down near the shoe tops. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Plenty of baseball happening around the league on this Saturday evening. And some of the games already started as both Oakland and Long Beach play matinee games on Saturday. 4:30 Pacific time start. As this one's a scraper, stays at 1-2. In Oakland, it is Modesto 10, Oakland 7, top of the 5th inning. And in Long Beach, California, 7-4, the Coast lead the Freebirds in the top of the 6th. Already got a scoreline out of Billings as well, who starts 30 minutes before us. Fouled off once again by Ash. Great Falls, after a big win last night over what was the PBL's top team, they lead 4-2 in the bottom of the 2nd over the Billings Mustangs. Mustangs got to look at these final 3 weeks like, man, just take care of business against the teams you should, and a playoff spot is all yours. But as that is called, strike 3, Ashworth turned down via the K. 2 gone, bottom of the 1st. Anything but for Billings, who is going to get all Great Falls can handle. And the Range Riders, their next opponent after the Red Pocket Mobiles next week will be 3 games in Great Falls. That'll be the final 3 games the Range Riders will play versus the Voyagers this season. All of them in the first half in this somewhat sporadic PBL schedule. 2 outs. As that one hits the bottom of the zone, right at the knees of Tommy Rover. Rover into the left-handed batter's box. The switch hitter batting .292, 31 RBIs to lead the team. A 1 to Rover. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Other score lines in the top of the 1st. We have a breach already in Idaho Falls and in Boise. Red Pocket leads Idaho Falls 2-0, and the Raptors lead the Hawks 2-0 in Boise. The 0-2, 2-out pitch into Rover. Flynn to the bat. Did he go? Third base umpire said no. It was close. Fields started to head towards the dugout before being turned back around. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 1st inning, 0-0 between Missoula and Glacier. Reese Fields versus Tommy Rover, the 13th pitch of the inning. Downstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, 2 outs. Once again, in from the right-hander Fields. Called strike 3. Range Riders set down to end the inning. 2 Ks for Fields, as well as the ground out of Fernandez. We head to the 2nd. It's 0-0.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Top of the 2nd inning here, 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Missoula Paddleheads. Dean, Stone, and Casarella. Dean starts it off. C.J. Dean, birth name Charles, sees a ball, and the count goes to 1-0 from Aiden Elfring. Dean, also a North Greenville product, also played at Ohio Dominican and the University of Cincinnati. Called strike, counts 1-1, 23 years old. Born on New Year's Eve, 2002. C.J. Dean. Fouled off. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. These squads, exact same batting average last night. Both hit 265. As that one just scraped a piece of it. Range Riders did better at stealing bases. They stole 4 while Missoula only stole 1. Just came down to some free passes and some big hits. That was the difference in the contest, as Range Riders still trying to find the key to unlock this Paddlehead squad. The matchups in general, the problem is the Range Riders really know how to punish staffs that can't find the zone. And when Oakland, that was the typical kind of scouting report on Oakland's pitching staff. And the Range Riders made them pay due to some really big innings. This one hit towards short where Steele fields underhand and throws for out number 1. This Missoula squad, however, when you look at the numbers around the league, they have the 3rd lowest amount of walks. And so when you take a look at Fields, he just got 2 punch outs looking in the bottom of the 1st. And in general, this Missoula offense, or the Missoula pitching staff, has been very aggressive, firing into the strike zone. The Range Riders have not been able to rally up the free pass numbers versus Missoula that they have been able to, especially in success over Oakland, success over Great Falls, and when they beat Billings as well. 0-1, 2-1 out. Count goes to 1-1. Of course, in those wins, the Range Riders have also been able to make those teams pay for the walks. On the big innings, they've come up with big hits as well. Kind of like how Missoula did yesterday, especially in that 6-run 6th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 2nd inning. Tyler Stone at the plate, 327 batting average, 3 home runs, 38 RBIs, which is 2nd on the team. Upstairs, 2-2. Klemp, the only player in front of him. Stone has the unfortunate situation of being, right now, despite good statistics, the worst number 55 in recent memory for the Missoula Paddleheads, following the MVP of 2024's season, Adam Fogel, as well as Jason Newman. That one called the ball. Just missing outside. Range Riders opt not to challenge. Counts full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 2nd inning. This Range Rider pitching staff, 2nd in the league in strikeouts. And they get another one. Swing and a miss. Stone punched out. 2 gone in the 2nd. Xavier Casarella steps in. That was a 93-mile-per-hour strikeout pitch. And that one 93, way above the zone. Casarella swinging it air to make the count 0-1. Oh, 1, 2 outs. Swing and a miss as he comes up empty again. That one 93 on the outer cut of the zone. And he swung over the top of it. 0-2 count. Can Elfring finish the job with Casarella? Just scraping a foul ball. Tried to swing in another pitch that was way above the zone. In a protect mentality right there. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 2nd inning. And finally, slows it up a little bit with a ball that misses low and away. Once again, that's the exact same pitch, exact same spot. from Elfring. Both of them not working. Fouled off. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Deuces wild. And it's upstairs. Ratfield tried to frame that when it was not close. Appreciate the effort. Three balls, 2 strike pitch. Fouled off into the netting. We'll do 3 and 2 once more. Payoff pitch into Casarella. Hit to second. Jacob Steele fields in the palm of his glove. And Casarella thrown out 6-3. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It is Range Riders 0, Paddleheads 0.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Krone Pro Seal, proudly serving the Flathead Valley with expert asphalt seal coating and quality workmanship since 1988. Learn more at KroneProSeal.com. This one fouled up and away. Souvenir ball to get us going. Make sure to get your tickets for tomorrow's game. Father's Day celebration here at the ballpark. And not only that, but it is Family Fun Day, 1:05 p.m. first pitch. Bringing back a tradition that we lost last year. Father's Day was on the road at Yuba Sutter. As there's a called strike into Donovan Ratfield, and the count goes to 0-2. And I'll tell you what, nobody, and I have one sample size, and it was Yuba Sutter, but it was not even close to how cool Father's Day games have been here at Glacier Bank Park. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Every single year for the first 3 seasons we had Father's Day here. Last year had it in Yuba. Won it in the knockout round though. Ball upstairs. Funny enough, it was Xavier Casarella who hit the necessary home runs in that knockout round to win it. A man in the opposing uniform tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs, bottom of the second. Ratfield sees it, makes the count 3-2. Despite the 1-2-3 frame pitched by Elfring, he was made to work. 22 total pitches in a 1-2-3 frame. That's good plate discipline from Missoula. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Ratfield, who fell behind 0-2, and now will be punched out looking. 3rd straight strikeout looking for Reese Fields, as that one pretty close to dead center at 95 miles per hour. Carson Horning stepping to the plate. Left-handed bat, batting .301. 2 home runs, 14 RBIs for Horning. Horning was the opening day number 3 hole hitter. Has since kind of shifted around, but certainly picked up his groove a lot since that opening week. 1-0, 1 out. Pitch in from Reese Fields. That one slipped out of the grasp of Fields, nowhere close, and sent the catcher in Gutierrez into kind of a spinorama. Two balls and no strikes to Carson Horning. Big swing and a miss. 2-1 go the count. 2 home runs on the season for Horning. One the opposite way to left field. The other one, he pulled it to right. The 2-1 pitch in. That one called the ball, and with 1 challenge remaining, they're not going to challenge it. It's a good call they didn't, because it wasn't as close as Gutierrez fooled me into thinking it was. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out pitch with the bases empty. Flared up and foul. Which is another good at bat by a range rider. 6 pitches seen by Ratfield, and this one is going to breach at least 6 pitches as well from Horning. 2 players signed the Missoula roster today as they were shorthanded, making their way up here. 3 ball, 2 strike pitch, 1 out. And it's ball 4. Horning is the first base runner of the contest for either side. 96 on the gun from Reese Fields there. One out, bottom of the 2nd inning. 14 pitch first inning by Fields, and this will be his 13th pitch of this frame. First time for either side that we've seen some action on the base paths. Jacob Steele sees a pitch downstairs. Count goes to 1-0. Range Riders rocking home whites, white tops, white bottoms. Green Range Riders across the front, red numbers on the front, green numbers on the back. Helmets and caps are also green. That's a called strike in the inner cut. Count goes to 1-1. Missoula on the other side in their road grays, gray tops, gray bottoms. Missoula across the front. Black base for the caps, but with a green top of the bill. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 2nd. Count goes to 2-1. Every once in a while you see some orange accents when you're looking in the Missoula dugout. That's kind of one of their tertiary colors. It does make them look like construction workers a little bit when you see it. 2 balls, 1 strike. This one laced up the middle and bobbled, not clean enough, and then a backwards flip attempted by Bermudez. Good attempt after he did knock it down. It's an infield single, 97 off the bat of Steele. Thought for a second he was on the gridiron and trying to snap that ball. Didn't quite go between his legs, but still the no-look flip. And does the trick as 2 are now aboard. First hit of the contest for either side. Drew Collins step into the plate. Collins rocking the red sleeve all the way down that right arm. And he swings on the first pitch, fouls it. That's one with Collins' speed. If he makes contact and is able to leak it somewhere in the infield, everybody has a chance. especially on the right side of the infield. Collins on the season batting .312. On base percentage sitting at .417. 0-1, 1-out pitch with 2 aboard for Drew Collins. Big swing and a miss on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here. Ratfield punched out looking to start the frame, but the Range Riders forcing a little bit of uncomfortableness from Fields. The 0-2. Lifted sky high. Down the left field line, looking up for it, and the catch is made. I wasn't looking at the umpire, so I did not see if infield fly was called on that. It would have been very interesting if it would have fell, because then Missoula would have probably, I mean, they would have been at least correct to argue for an infield fly. But the defensive player needs to be camped under it pretty clearly. And it did not seem to me like Piatkovich was. So it'd be a hard sell to make. First pitch misses down low. Gutierrez wanted the call, and it's never going to get that one. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 2nd inning. Range Riders just trying to at least match the pitch count that Missoula forced out of their pitcher, Elfring, in the 1-2-3 top half of the inning. This will be the 21st pitch fired in by Fields. And they will not do it, as this is sky high. In fair territory, just barely. The catch is made by Xavier Casarella. Range Riders get 2 aboard with 1 out. Nothing to show for it. We head to the 3rd inning of play. Kazuski, Gutierrez, and Piatkovich due up.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Seven, 8, 9 due up here in the top of the 3rd inning for the Missoula Paddleheads, starting off with Kazuski. First pitch strike. Count goes to 0-1. As Aiden Elfring right now, exact same pitch count as Reese Fields. He was 1 behind him. And this one fouled off. Count goes to 0-2. The thing that this Missoula squad does very well is they avoid the strikeouts on offense. They are 2nd to lowest in the league in strikeouts against. The Range Riders have the most strikeouts against their offense. Count goes to 1-2. One-two, no out. Pitch to Kazuski. Fouled off again. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Evergreen Disposal, providing reliable garbage pickup and dumpster rental services across Flathead and Lincoln County. Learn more at evergreengarbage.com. Missing inside, count goes to 2-2. Elfring's been great at working ahead. He's just taking too long to find that get out pitch. 2-2. This one out to left. Ashworth. No, actually Drew Collins over there. Makes the grab, whoever it is. This is a speedy trio in the outfield. Range Riders have a lot of really good weapons with how their outfield is looking. 3 out there right now, Collins, Fernandez, and Ashworth, and the other option for the outfield, we saw him last night, J.D. McLaughlin, of course. This one buffed up and just running out of time to get there was Ratfield. It was only his opportunity to make it. Elfring, who we saw made a nice catch on a pop-up in Billings. I believe that was his last start. Unfortunately, not close enough to make the play on that one, but he can play defense probably better than most of the pitchers in this league, just due to the nature of the fact that he was an infielder for the University of Dubuque. 0-1 pitch into Sergio Gutierrez. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Gutierrez early into his PBL career. Last night was his first start. He is 2 for 6. Had his first double last time up, and he'll take the time and tick down the clock a little bit. Or tick it up, depending on how you view it. 0-2. Missed inside. Just by a hair. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. One off the shoe tops, 2-2. Sid Missoula has the second to least number of strikeouts in the league offensively. Swing and a miss, a strikeout of Gutierrez. Nice little reverse jinx that I'll take credit for there. The lowest number right now is Yuba Sutter, which is kind of weird because they've struggled. They're 10-18, the 3rd worst record in the league. But they hit it into fair play. So it's funny because, you know, we talk about a number like that, and getting a little amount of strikeouts is not an indicator of whether a team is good or not. Because you look at the bottom 3 strikeouts, as Pionkovich has the count 1-1. Yuba Sutter, Missoula, and Ogden. Ogden's the best squad there, and they're 16-12. And then Idaho Falls is 4th, and they are the worst team in the PBL in pretty much every measure of it. And then you look at the top, Glacier with a winning record and the 6th best record in the league has the most strikeouts. Then it's Red Pocket, who's near the bottom, and then it's Billings, who is right near the top. You always take strikeouts if you can get walks, if you can get extra base hits that are at least kind of an even trade-off for it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'm sure Glacier feels like they're not quite getting that even trade-off. In the early part of the season, they were, especially with those walk numbers. Home run numbers, the Range Riders are sitting 9th in the league now in home runs, but they, of course, play it a different area for home run hitting than some of the other ballparks in this league. 3-2 pitch, bluff of the bat. Did he go? No, says our first base umpire. That one just missed the upper outside corner, too. It was nearly a punch out. Looking for Pionkovich, the first base runner of the contest for Missoula, is a 2-out walk to flip the lineup card over. Back to Will Bermudez, who struck out looking. Fouled off. Count goes to 0-1. The one thing that I will say that Missoula is doing that is the best thing about the strikeout numbers being low is the 2-strike foul balls. Those are always so difficult to deal with. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. So once again, Elfring ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. When the Range Riders have had success against teams like Billings, they've been able to punch them out on the next pitch or the pitch after that when they've gotten up 0-2. But Missoula, the reason why they haven't broken through on 4 games, in part because of this 2-strike foul ball ability. What will Elfring come at Bermudez with on the 0-2, 2-out pitch? Hit him. Certainly not what you want. On an 0-2 count, bailed him out and puts a runner in scoring position on the HBP. Up comes Nick Klemp, a 3-run home run for Klemp last night in that 6-run top of the 6th. Once again, Missoula will see 20-plus pitches from Aiden Elfring in the 2nd straight frame. Up comes Klemp, righty on righty matchup. Fouled off the first pitch, and the count goes to 0-1. Long Beach Coast and the Billings Mustangs could each clinch a playoff spot in as little as 9 games from now. Call the ball. Just missing upstairs. Count goes to 1-1. Idaho Falls could be eliminated from playoff contention in the first half standings as early as Tuesday. The 1-1. Swing and miss by Klemp. Once again, Elfring up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I love the way he's starting these at-bats. And if you're a Paddlehead fan, you love the way that you're seeing your team be able to fight through on the 2-strike pitches. The 1-2. Tapper back to Elfring, who will field and throw for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 3rd as 2 2-out free passes give a little life to Missoula, but no runs across. It's 0-0.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, Range Riders will send up 9-1-2 this half frame. Starting off with Logan Beard. Beard on the season, .259 batting average, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. 27th appearance of the season for Logan Beard. 2nd-year Range Rider, and the 36th pitch by Reese Fields on his day. It's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Magoo & Company of Whitefish, the Flathead Valley's premier jeweler, offering fine jewelry, expert repairs, custom designs, and more. Visit Magoo & Company in Whitefish today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, for those unfamiliar with the Flathead Valley, comprised of a lot of different communities, and the Range Riders located kind of right in the heart of the communities here. That's why the airport, specifically known as Glacier Park International Airport. The initials are FCA for Flathead County Airport. And if you're flying in, usually it does say Kalispell, just as the biggest town by population in the area. Place of many names if you're flying in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, bottom of the 3rd inning. Whitefish, of course, one of the communities just north of the Range Rider Stadium. There's a call, strike 3. Into Logan Beard, just cut the outer edge. Another strikeout looking for the Range Riders. Up comes Alex Fernandez. 0 for 1 with a 4-3 ground out. Columbia Falls also a part of this community, and you could really get kind of microscopic looking at all the different parts. Evergreen is kind of a part of Kalispell, kind of not. Kind of their own thing. Creston, Big Fork, Lakeside, Summers. Missing inside, 1-1. And that's just kind of the southeastern look at town. You can go every direction and see communities that are all part of the Flathead Valley, but all very distinct in their own ways. The 1-1 pitch in from Fields to Fernandez. Swung on foul down the left field line. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes for Alex. Originally from San Marcos, California, same hometown as former Range Rider Kingston Liniak. The 1-2 skips way in. Played at San Marcos High School, where he was first team All Avocado League. Senior year batted .520 at the prep level. Fouled off that pitch. Count goes to 2-2. Of course, as a Padres fan, probably Fernando Tatis, one of his favorite players, as is Tony Gwynn. And he's got some Mariners representation in terms of players he likes as well. Ken Griffey Jr. up there on his list of favorite players. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And it's ball 3. This great at-bat by Fernandez. Expect nothing less. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Payoff pitch in from Fields to Fernandez. Fouled off again. It's kind of this approach that has helped Missoula had so much success in terms of extending at-bats and minimizing strikeouts. Best number that you look at for Fernandez in the early going is the fact that he has just 2 strikeouts through a ton of plate appearances. 3-2. And he flares it foul once again. Fernandez, one of his favorite things to do is skimboarding, which I had to look up. I don't know what that means. It is definitely a SoCal thing and not a Montana thing. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out once again into Fernandez. Ball 4 outside. That is about as well earned a walk as you could get from Alex Fernandez. And now the guy who has 11 stolen bases on the season will be on first and likely think towards how he can get to second. Skimboarding, to follow that up, is an action sport where riders drop a small finless board onto wet sand or shallow water, use their momentum to glide out and ride incoming breaking waves back to shore. So it's a version of surfing as Fernandez runs on the first pitch. The throw into second, not in time. Alex Fernandez has his 12th stolen base of the season. It is just backbreaking as a team, whether you're talking about baseball, whether you're talking about football, whatever it is, where the other team, you know exactly what they're doing and you can't stop it. And that is what Fernandez feels like on the base paths. Swing and a miss by Kyle Ashworth, who has an RBI opportunity now. First pitch in was a ball as well, so the count goes to 1-1. Ashworth, his first time up, struck out looking. Now stealing third and no throw. I gassed him up as best as I could in the office pre-game yesterday to all the guys, you know, Robbie and Brendan and Leo, everybody who wasn't on the road with the team, trying to really say, like, this guy is a run producer, Alex Fernandez. And I appreciate him backing up my statements there. Called strike, count goes to 2-2. In terms of the run production, it's something the Range Riders haven't really seen an individual player do what he can do since Mason Dennison, who was on a tear kind of like this at the beginning of the 2024 season. The 2-2. One out pitch, bottom of the third. Late swing and a miss there by Ashworth, who was fooled on a good pitch, and it did just scrape the strike zone too, so he had to swing on that one. Tommy Rover steps up, runner on third. The thing about it is you can get to first somewhat easy, walk, hit, whatever, and then if you got the speed that Fernandez has, you can get to second, you can get to third, but getting home is the most difficult thing to do in the dynamic. Did he go? Third base umpire said yes. Count goes to 0-1. Tommy Rover, team leader in RBIs, is situated with an opportunity to break open the score sheet and put the Range Riders out in front. They, of course, scored first last night, and that ended up not being enough to hold off Missoula. It's a long 9 innings between these Mission Mountain rivals. The 0-1. Downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. I just remember early in the 2024 season, Range Riders needed to have some sort of pick-me-up offensively. And I remember a specific set of plays. This is outside, 2-1. Where Mason Dennison, it was in Great Falls, got an infield single, stole second, stole third, and scored on a sac fly. And I was like, yeah, that's a run producer right there. And Fernandez, very much a similar prototype, although he's a different type of batter than Dennison. This one popped up. Sky-high fly. Casarella not going to get there. It'll smack off the top of the Range Rider dugout. Count goes to 2-2 for Tommy Rover. Range Riders have rallied up the pitch count for Fields. Fields and Elfring essentially going step for step in this contest. Fields has thrown 58 pitches, 34 of them strikes. Elfring has thrown 58 pitches, 36 of them strikes. 2-2, 2-out pitch. With Fernandez still dancing on third, trying to play some games. It's low and away. Count goes full at 3-2 for Rover. If Rover walks, it's runners on the corners for Donovan Ratfield, who waits on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fernandez on third. Payoff pitch. Hit, just foul. Whew. Just out in front of it, a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. That Rover hit about 90 miles down, 90 miles per hour down that right field line. 90 miles and 90 miles per hour, very different things. to hit a ball. We go full once again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Fernandez on third, a 0-0 scoreline. Fields into Rover. Popped up on the infield. Second baseman doesn't know where it's at, and the shortstop, Piotkovich, makes the catch. Bermudez. A scary moment for Missoula fans, but they survive it as Fernandez cannot construct his own run. We head to the 4th. It's 0-0 after 3.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
3, 4, and 5 due up in the form of Apodaca, Dean, and Stone. Top of the 4th inning, scoreless through a 3rd of this contest. And a ball. Starts off the AB for the speedy Apodaca. Ground out to first in his first trip to the plate. Inside again. And the count goes to 2-0. Hit it foul. Count goes to 2-1. And a nice assist there from Ashworth to throw it to a kid asking for it in the front row of the Rock section. 2-1 is foul tipped into the glove of Ratfield, and it's 2-2. Missing inside. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tonight's Glacier Range Riders broadcast brought to you by Johns Manville, a trusted leader in roofing and insulation solutions for home businesses and beyond, built on quality, performance, and innovation. Johns Manville helps protect what matters most. Proud to support Range Riders baseball. This is called ball 4. Oh. Oh. 3-2 pitch. Deemed to have missed the zone there. And Ratfield has a conversation with the open umpire. I don't know if he challenged and it wasn't picked up. I don't know what. But it would have been overturned had he gone through with the challenge. Home plate umpire didn't like it. Held off by CJD. Brutal. Apodaca on first. Speed similar to that of Fernandez. Good wheels from Enzo. Called strike and goes to 0-2. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Ice Cold Coca-Cola. Whether you're cheering from the stands or listening from home, nothing goes better with summer baseball than a Coke. Grab an Ice Cold Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment, because baseball just tastes better with a Coke. 0-2 is fouled off by Dean. C.J. Dean has played in a couple different summer collegiate leagues. Coastal Plains League for the Macon Bacon. I talked about that a little bit yesterday, but he's also played in the Valley League with the Winchester Royals. I believe most of those teams are in Virginia. And in the Hamptons Collegiate League, Sag Harbor with the Whalers. Another foul ball grabbed by Dean. No outs here, top of the fourth inning. Leadoff batter aboard in Apodaca. Oh-2, no out pitch. Apodaca still on first. Popped up down the right field line. Long run from Ashworth, and he makes the grab for out number one. Foul territory to get the first out. Up comes Tyler Stone. Aiden Elfring, 69 pitches thrown. The next one will be 70 for the right-hander. Called strike into Stone. First time up, Stone. Again, struck out. A 1 pitch into Stone. Pick off over to first. Ooh, almost got him. Man, that was close. Count goes, stays at 0-1. Apodaca was not ready for that pickoff attempt, and Garner just couldn't get down the tag in time. Now a big lead taken once again by Apodaca, who has some quick steps to get back to first when needed. One ball, one strike, one out. Broken bat flared up into shallow center field. And Jacob Steele will make an impressive catch. Wow, Jacob Steele, that one's not easy to make. Take a look at how tricky this was from Steele, who had to go over the shoulder, realized that Fernandez was not in place to make that catch. And as you see the bat just explode on Stone, he didn't know where that ball went. Steele, whoa. I love the presence of mind. Boom, he popped right up to make sure Apodaca wasn't running from first either. Pick off again over to first, just couldn't get him. Put it as a pop-up for out number 2 in your scorebook, but put a star by it if you keep a written one. Whew. Here's a ball into Xavier Casarella. $2,500 came out last night for the contest, as this one's slow roller over to third, where Rover fields and throws for out number 3. Leadoff walk, erased, and some good pitching from the range rider right-hander. Still 16 pitches thrown, however. It is 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Bottom of the fourth inning here. Glacier Range Riders currently with a 0-0 game against the Missoula Paddleheads. 4, 5, and 6 due up. Donovan Ratfield, Carson Hornung, and Jacob Steele. First pitch, a called strike. Into Donovan Ratfield. Count goes to 0-1. This one hit up the middle, fielded by Bermudez. Throw to first on target. We've seen nobody across home plate yet, but I will say that's one of the shorter at-bats we've seen. It's just staggering numbers from both sides right now, as Reese Fields on average has thrown 4.8 pitches per batter faced. Aiden Elfring at 4.9. Those are really high numbers, considering the fact that nobody scored. It's about as good of offensive discipline as you could want from a 0-0 game. That one called a strike. Home plate umpires also maybe expanding the strike zone a little bit. Both of that called strike and the one that opened up the Ratfield at-bat, we were about a ball or two outside, or inside, I guess. That one did hit the zone at 1-2. Hornung walked in his first plate appearance. Ended up getting stranded on second. The 1-2 pitch. And a miss low and in. 2-2. If Gutierrez snags that one clean and frames it, might have got the call. It was certainly close enough on a 91-mile-per-hour fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the fourth inning. Pitch into Hornung from Reese Fields. Fouled it off. Right now the pitchers, Elfring through 4 innings, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. Reese Fields, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. 2-2 pitch from Fields to Hornung. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout, the 6th of the day by Reese Fields. I already said it, this pitching staff doesn't get a lot of Ks, Missoula, but it seems like strikeouts have continued to come for opposing pitchers against the Range Riders. Still trying to figure out where the right balance of power and swing and miss is. And a called strike into Jacob Steele, who is 1 for 1 with the lone hit of the game, an infield single. A 1 pitch. Called the ball. Maybe a little bit confused, Gutierrez, because that same pitch was called a strike to Ratfield to start the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Fields tries to finish off an efficient bottom of the fourth inning. Low and away, 2-1. Range Riders 30 total wins against Missoula, 16 of them coming at this ballpark, 14 of them coming in Ogren Park down in the Garden City, Missoula, Montana. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off, it's 2-2. Through 4 innings of work, Elfring's on 74 pitches, and this one will be Reese Fields' 74th pitch himself. The 2-ball, 2-strike, 2-out pitch. Bottom of the 4th inning. Gets a piece of it just over the head of the first baseman Stone. And Steele has the second base hit of the contest, both off of his bat. And that's the first hit to the outfield for either side. Up comes Drew Collins. Collins batting in the 7-hole. 0 for 1 with a pop out to short. That was with runners on first and second in the 2nd inning and 1 out. First pitch into Collins. Call the strike. Count goes to 0-1. Field's now 75 pitches thrown. Again, despite shutout ball being thrown by both pitchers, I don't think the day's too long for them. They'll both probably be happy if they can get through 2 more innings after this, even if they keep shutouts on the board. This one fouled off, and Collins in the hole 0-2. Both bullpens, though, desperate need of some extra rest. So any innings that they can milk out of their starters, they're going to take. The 0-2, 2-out pitch. This one hit over towards first. It's going to get through. Steele will go first to third pretty easily on this one, and it's a 2-out base knock by Drew Collins. Up comes Carson Garner. Didn't need to do too much with it, did Collins. With his speed, even if Bermudez ends up really making up some ground and grabbing that one, it's going to have a chance just because it was so deep in that hole between first and second. Carson Garner, 0 for 1 on the day. Is Garner popped out to third base. That was with runners on first and second in the 2nd. Now in the 4th, he has another RBI opportunity. Called strike, just glancing the outside corner. How long before Drew Collins potentially thinks about taking off? He's got great wheels over there on first, and Steele on third base has good wheels as well. Collins with a big lead over there. Swing and a miss by Garner. Count goes to 0-2. On 2 strikes here, and Garner with the lowest batting average in the starting lineup. I'm probably sending Collins from first just to create some havoc on the base paths. And that's what's happening. Foul scrape. Pitch was just above the zone, but Garner had to protect there. And now if I'm Missoula, I'm picking off on this one to see if you can catch Collins going on first movement from the pitcher. This is a game where runs, right now, hard to come by. So however you can do it, if it's Collins getting caught in a pickle and then Steele scampering home, you take it. 0-2, 2-out pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Gutierrez. We head to the 5th. It is 0-0.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back. It is the top of the fifth inning here in the Flathead Valley. 0-0 on the scoreboard in the top of the fifth between Missoula and Glacier. All goose eggs fired off of good starts by Elfring and Reese Fields. A called strike, 7, 8, 9 due up. Kazuski, Gutierrez, and Piatkovich. 1-1 goes the count. Kazuski, first time up, flat out to left. Can't bring that one up to be called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike into Michael Kazuski. Product. It's 3-1 now. Don't want to get another leadoff walk. Does Elfring. So Kazuski, product of the University of Kansas, originally from LaGrange, Illinois. 3-1. Hit over to third. First base hit of the day is a Kazuski single for the Paddleheads. No hits through 4 innings of work for Elfring. And now up steps Sergio Gutierrez. Gutierrez 0 for 1. Burlington, Kentucky native. 25 years old. And after we saw an expanded strike zone on the inside corner for Carson Hornung when he stepped up to the left-handed batter's box, it's not going to be raised up high. And the count goes to 1-0 before swing and a miss makes it 1-1. That's another well-placed changeup right at the bottom of the zone by Elfring. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, and that one misses way inside, and it's 2-1. Runner on first in Kazuski. Decent wheels over there. That one just below and outside the zone. It's once again a 3-ball, 1 strike count. No outs, top of the fifth. A couple of the spots that either Elfring was hitting or he was getting calls for in the first couple innings hasn't been, and he's fallen behind in too many at-bats in the last couple frames. Is this one towards shallow left field, moving in, and through Collins, more than enough speed to make up that gap. Good catch made by Drew. And there's 1 out, top of the fifth. Piatkovich steps up 0 for 0 with a walk. Runners going. Hesitation on the throw from Ratfield. Ooh, he fell off the bag. He's off the bag, and he's out. Good job by Logan Beard to stick with him, and he's saying that he was pushed off the bag. We'll see a replay of it. The pitch was called a strike, and Kazuski is upset. Take a look back at it and see here. Michael Schlack, by the way, is coming out to argue. I will keep you updated if anything happens there, as there's a standoff happening. You see the look back at it, called a strike by our home plate umpire, and then this throw into second, he drifted off, and you can't see because Beard's body is blocking it, but right now, face to face with the second base umpire is Michael Schlack. He doesn't seem too animated, but he's certainly not happy with the call, as we're going to be waiting right now. I think the argument from Kazuski, as the count is 0-1, is that Logan Beard, when he stamped the tag down on him, pushed his arm off of the bag, which you can't overly push a guy off the bag, but you're also allowed to place a tag on a guy, and if his hand slips off when you do that, it's not like it reverses the thing that just happened. Unless you're clearly, you know, shoving him off like you're an offensive lineman or something, trying to clear out the A gap. Goes down as a caught stealing. As this high chopper is going to provide trouble. Rover grabs it, throws, and it's safe at first. Same umpire that just made the call, Mike Green. Chance to avenge himself. If he would have punched that one out, he certainly probably would have also dispensed Michael Schlacht for whatever his reaction would have been right after that one. Just a high chopper into no man's land. Rover did what he could. Only way he's probably making that throw is if he tries somehow to barehand it out of the sky, but it probably has crazy spin on it, and there's little chance to get a clean barehand. 2 outs, runner on first, and now that caught stealing really is big because it would be runners on the corners with 1 out likely if that was called safe at second base. .1-0 pitch into Will Bermudez, who is 0 for 1 with an HBP. For Kazuski, that's the first time he's been caught this year. So maybe also part of the frustration from it, having 10 for 10 taken away in the zone. Count goes to 0-1 or 1-1. 2 outs, top of the 5th, 0-0 score line here. The 1-1 strike pitch. Swing and a miss as Bermudez loaded up for that one. The leadoff batter, switch hitter. Playing second base today, .330 batting average, 6 home runs, 27 RBIs. On base percentage sitting near .500 for Bermudez. 90 pitches thrown by Elfring. Getting up there in terms of the workload that he's dealt with. 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Almost hit him. Bermudez certainly hugging the plate there because that one was too high of the zone, but if he got it down a little bit, it would have crossed over the plate. So Bermudez either wasn't that close to hitting him or he was hugging tightly. This one swung on a miss. The throw will be needed down to first base. Garner, a tap of the bag after the toss from Ratfield. The caught stealing that inning highlights another shutout frame from the Range Rider righty in Aiden Elfring. One of the best starts of his career. Will we see him in the 6th? We'll find out after first we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Logan Beard leads us off, bottom of the 5th inning, shutout going both ways. Elfring through 5 innings pitched has a clean sheet, and it's ditto for Reese Fields, a swing and a miss from Logan Beard, who struck out looking his first time up. That one called a strike. Tough go of it for the Range Rider batters, who've seen more borderline pitches go against them, as that outside cut liked to be attacked by Fields, and he's getting the call from the home plate umpire, where Elfring, trying to get the top of the zone, is not getting it called. Missing low and away. Count goes to 1-2. 7 strikeouts right now by Fields, trying to get his 8th of the contest if he can get Beard here. The 1 ball, 2 strike, no out pitch, bottom of the 5th inning. Up the middle, Beard has a leadoff single. Much needed leadoff single because of who he has behind him in Alex Fernandez, and just the ability that Alex has to get on base. Range Rider center fielder today was left stranded on third after he walked, stole second, stole third. And with 1 out, nobody could push him across. Now, an interesting situation to maybe drop down a bunt. That's exactly what he squares for, but he pulls it back, and a called strike makes it 0-1. When the Range Riders have put a ball in play, they've been able to reach most of the time. They are batting .444 on balls in play, and the foul ball makes it 0-2 on the Range Rider center fielder. .2 pitch into Fernandez. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout of Fernandez, and Range Riders just continuing to struggle to put together hits at the right time. It's maybe somewhat of a problem in the first couple weeks, but not necessarily exposed on it because of good pitching and just some walks. As Beard's running to second base, it will be a clear out over there. I don't know if that was a hit and run where the sign didn't go to Ashworth or what, but a caught stealing will rid the opportunity with a runner on for the Range Riders. Because of the collision on the slide in there by Beard, Pietkovich does pick up a knock, and there's not a lot of position players available. The only one available that I have is the catcher, Joscar Feliciano. I believe it was a ball, so the count goes to 1-0, but the leadoff base knock is taken down by a caught stealing, 2-6. Upstairs, 2-0. Speaking of Joscar Feliciano, he's down there bullpen catching, and the warm-ups by the right-hander just got away from him, and that's why we're in a brief delay as the ball got behind home plate. 2-0 into Ashworth. 2 caught stealings in this inning. First, a caught stealing with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Brought a close to an early opportunity for Missoula. Now caught stealing with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Kind of does the same thing. Ashworth, of course, still up 3-1 in the count right now, as he's 0 for 2 today, Kyle Ashworth. 2 strikeouts. That one's ball 4, and he works a walk. And just like right after the caught stealing of Kazuski, there was an infield single, now a walk Both times you go, man, you could have just had it for free if you would have waited a half second. Tommy Rover will step up with 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Reese Fields on 93 pitches. Like I mentioned, he has been used as a relief arm for the better part of the past year and a half. So you can probably count on one hand the times that he's crept up over 70, 80, 90 pitches. If that. Maybe 1 or 2 long relief roles that he had, but really has not flirted with the amount of pitches that he's thrown today, I'm sure, as he is on 93 pitches. Range Riders, the past 2 games, have seen the starters go 9 innings and 7 innings against them. This one will probably be done after 5 innings, but the Range Riders would love to cut that down even lower to 4 2/3. Rover swings on this one. If it's fair, it has a chance, but it goes right off the front of the beer garden for a foul ball. And the Missoula Paddleheads do not give it to the kids begging for it. Pickoff attempt over to first. 0-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Right-hander warming up in the pen for the Missoula Paddleheads. Oh, 1. Runner's going. Throw in. Safe at second. And Feliciano was halfway to the dugout, and he is not happy with that call. To me, it looked like the foot of Ashworth got in before that tag was, because it was a little bit high on the throw from Feliciano, but the reaction, or from Gutierrez, excuse me. I was talking about the bullpen catcher, Feliciano. Gutierrez upset. And maybe rightfully so, because the ball to second did beat the runner in. And it's a big call, because a runner on second, 2 outs, is a lot different than a runner on first 2 outs. Going on contact, a base knock from Rover could break the zip-zip scoreline. Final batter, I'm assuming, either way, versus Reese Fields, is Tommy Rover. The 2-1, 2-out pitch. They throw it back to second, and they got him. And Ashworth, a blank stare at the umpire on the base paths. A caught stealing at second to end the opportunity, or picked off at second to end the opportunity. And we head to the 6th, 0-0.
Number 13, Nick Clint.
First pitch in to Nick Klemp is a swing and a miss. Aiden Elfring back out for another inning of work. Right-hander from Bird Island, population 1,005. He's going for his 6th inning and sees a called strike to make the count 0-2. He will see 2, 3, and 4 in a dangerous part of this lineup. Klemp, Apodaca, and Dean. Oh-2 gets a piece of it over to first, where Carson Garner, for a brief moment, it looked like it might escape the leather, but he squeezed it at the right time, and an unassisted ground out for one guy. Aiden Elfring, I'll tell you what, you look at his collegiate career and you see a few different things. The one thing that I love are 2 things. One, you see the same school for all 4 years, which no knock on people that have transferred, but it is something special in this day and age when you see a guy who's been at the same institution and become one of the greats there, especially when it's a D3 school. And I'm sure he sniffed around or was aware of opportunities after a 2024 spring season where he had a 3.15 ERA and a 6-3 record. But at the same time, understanding where you're at, appreciating where you're at, it's guys like that that do come to a place like Glacier, a league like the Pioneer League, and embrace the opportunity. The 1-2. Fouled by Apodaca. And the other thing that I love is whenever I see Northwoods League experience next to a guy, I also have a lot of respect for that, because there are great moments of triumph and great moments of defeat when you are playing professional baseball, the 1 and 2. But everybody will agree that no matter how triumphant it may feel at times, if your squad's won 10 in a row, it still feels like a grind. And the bus rides are still long. The road trips are still, as this one's into right center field, and maybe a chance for extra bases here from Apodaca. No, he's going to hold at second. But it is not easy. And the Northwoods League, if there is any league that prepares you for the grind of professional baseball, it is the Northwoods League. The quality of professional baseball, certainly, especially the top tier, people will say the Cape Cod League, just because the top prospects are going to end up in the Cape. But you got the D3 grinders like Elfring, you got JUCO guys looking for their 4-year college opportunities. You have a ragtag bunch of guys that are on a bus, and in the Northwoods League, they play 72 games in 76 days. So that one makes the count 1-1. There is no better preparation. He spent 2 summers with the Waterloo Bucks there in Iowa. Played a total of 17 games, as that's a pickoff over to first, and the Range Riders just can't get him. Not only that, but good numbers, especially last summer for Waterloo. A 3.51 ERA in 10 appearances for Elfring. The 1-1. Swung on out to left field, and that one is going to be gone from C.J. Dean. Deadlock is broken with the Dean home run, and it is 2-0 Missoula off of the 400-foot blast from the Paddlehead left fielder. The Range Riders have flirted with scoring runs, but Missoula hasn't been able to get a guy to second base. And it didn't matter because everybody came home on the round tripper. End of the day for Aiden Elfring, who should receive a very good ovation from the Flathead faithful. 5 1/3 really quality innings. But it was Apodaca who got the single, and then Dean who connected with a changeup that was offered close to dead center. It's one pitch that missed from Elfring, and of course, right now it feels like the most important pitch of this contest. Davis Pratt stepping into the contest. Pratt, haven't seen him since a couple relief innings of work on Tuesday. Now back into the Range Rider bullpen and on the bump to take over for Elfring. Final line for Elfring, as we will have a final line for him. The book is closed at 5 1/3. Just 4 hits allowed, 2 runs, both earned, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, a hit by pitch. Finishes with an ERA that will bring his ERA on the season down. A whip of 1.13 for the day. And in the end, right now, he is in line for the loss unless the Range Rider offense can figure it out. And based on the last couple days, we will see if that happens. Tyler Stone, the man that will see Davis Pratt here. Pratt steps in on the season, of 5.09 ERA, 1 win, no losses. 12th appearance of the year, 17 2/3 total innings pitched for Davis Pratt. He has 30 strikeouts, which leads the team, and 13 walks. Tyler Stone, 0 for 2. We'll be happy to see the departure of Elfring as he struck out and popped out against the Range Rider starter. First pitch in from Pratt downstairs, and the count goes to 1 ball and no strikes. That one also misses. It's 2-0. Fouled off. Count goes to 2-1. For those following the college baseball season, which is either 1 or 2 games away from wrapping up, it is Oklahoma on the precipice of victory in Omaha. The Sooners took down the North Carolina Tar Heels 9-3 earlier today as the count goes to 3-1 on Stone. One pitch in the zone, right down the middle. Payoff pitch coming in, 3 balls, 2 strikes from Pratt. Swing and a miss, a flail of the bat and a punch out of Stone. Tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Central Time, which is 12:30 Mountain Time, 30 minutes before Range Rider's first pitch. Game 2 of the College World Series will have first pitch, and if they need a Game 3, if North Carolina beats Oklahoma, Game 3 will come on Monday night at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Sky high fly to center, but got way under it. Did Casarella, and a 1-pitch fly out for X versus his former teammate Davis Pratt, and that ends the frame. Two-run blast by the cleanup batter Dean makes it 2-0. Range Riders trail the Paddleheads.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
we also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Day is done for Reese Fields. Final line for the Missoula starter. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs, 8 strikeouts, and 3 walks. His whip was a fair amount higher than the Range Riders starter of Aiden Elfring. His whip was 1.4 compared to Elfring's 1.125. But you don't win games on whip. You win them on runs, and Elfring ended up allowing more than Fields, and Fields is in line for the possible victory. There's a called strike. Count goes to 0-1. Josh Johnson into the contest, making his first appearance against the Glacier Range Riders. There's a called strike as well. And the count goes to 0-2 on Tommy Rover, who was at the plate with an RBI opportunity when the pickoff happened successfully last inning for Missoula. 0-2 pitch. This one towards second, where Bermudez goes down to a knee on the backhand and makes the throw to first for out number 1, 4-3. On the season, Josh Johnson has a 13.5 ERA in 2/3 of an inning. This is his second appearance of the year. He's only allowed 1 earned run. The opposing batters hitting .500 against him coming in. So very small sample size seen by Johnson. Santa Clara University product, originally from Henderson, Nevada. Range Riders, funny enough, just signed a catcher out of Santa Clara, Johnny Letzo, who would have received pitches from Josh Johnson. Fouled off by the Range Rider catcher in Donovan Ratfield, who is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. (0-2). Downstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johnson did, in his first appearance, receive his professional strikeout, so not to worry about that. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Will it stay in play? Not ripping off the face mask is the catcher, Gutierrez. Count stays 1-2 on a foul ball. Johnson started his career at the JUCO level, played for the College of Southern Nevada, which is in his hometown of Henderson, before heading to play for the Bronx in the Bay Area. 3 years at Santa Clara, a 4.34 ERA, 80 strikeouts to 31 walks. Upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This spring, 3.45 ERA, 1 save and 20 appearances out of the pen for Santa Clara. 36 strikeouts in 28 2/3 innings for Johnson. 2-2 pitch into Donnie Rapp. Hard contact, but late to it, foul ball. Blasted off the bat pretty good at 93. Ratfield has a really good ability to be able to reach those pitches up around eye level. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. 2-0 Missoula, thanks to the 2-run home run. Two once again. into Ratfield. Gets a piece of this one into shallow right center field. And it will drop for a base hit. Wasn't anything too spicy from Donovan Ratfield, but it was enough to get him aboard. Range Riders' 5th hit of the contest. They are out hitting Missoula. Neither side has an error. But of course, the home run, the difference right now is the Range Riders. It's been a while since they were able to push one over the fence. As that one nearly pushed into Carson Hornan. 1-0 on a ball inside. Ratfield on first. He won't be stealing anytime soon, but we'll still check on him. Count goes to 2-0. One out, bottom of the 6th inning. This one hit towards second base. Quick flip for one, the throw for two is cleaned. 4-6-3 double play. And that's how the inning ends. Johnson's first clean sheet inning as a pro ball player. We head to the 7th. It's 2-0. Top of the 7th inning here. It is 2-0 in favor of the Missoula Paddleheads. Davis Pratt out for his first full inning of work. Pitched the final 2/3 of the last frame. First pitch missing low and away to Kazuski, who is 1 for 2 with a fly out and a single. Also missing 2 balls, no strikes. And it's 3-0. In the zone. Count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike on the get me over pitch for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Top of the 7th, 2-0 Missoula. Bases empty for the leadoff batter, Kazuski. Ball 4, leadoff walk. Great day for baseball here on this Saturday, June 20th. Sergio Gutierrez stepping up and stabbing at that one. Barely made contact with on a foul ball. Count goes to 0-1. Runner's going. Throwing to second. Got him. Kazuski caught for the second time today. That time he didn't fall off the bag. It was as clean as you'd like from Donovan Ratfield. Rids, the base runner, with a 2-6 caught stealing. Can't really see on that angle, but Ratfield did deliver a good hard throw and steal. As soon as he placed the tag, he placed it like he thought he got it. We got a challenge coming in, and it will be overturned in a moment here. Challenge coming from the Missoula Paddleheads. The correct call is made in the end. But, man, it just seems like one of those things where you should be punished for challenging at that moment. If you lose your challenge in a 1-1 count, swing and miss on the next pitch, so it's 2-2 anyway. If you lose your challenge on a 1-1 count with a 2-0 lead, because I always think of the fact that if you are trailing, your offense needs the challenges. If you are winning, which the Paddleheads are now, leave those challenges for your pitcher. If it's bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th and 2 outs and there's a 2-strike pitch, you want your pitcher to have a challenge in his back pocket. So you should leave it there because you don't need to score runs, but you do need to prevent that to win a game. Gutierrez ended up not using the challenge, but it was way too close for comfort. Unless it's obvious, I would stay away from it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 7th inning. And it's called strike 3. And he holds back on a challenge there where he would have lost it. 93 pumped into the zone, 2 outs. After the strikeout looking. Pietkovich now stepping up, a walk and an infield single. Pietkovich. Originally from Fogelsville, Pennsylvania. Skipped in, count goes to 1-0. There's a called strike. Count goes to 1-1. Fouled off by Pietkovich. I'll tell you what, not only is tomorrow's Father's Day, but I have heard some very good reviews of the first ever hot dog of the homestand, which is every single homestand, new specialty hot dog with assorted accoutrement. Hot dog of the homestand. This one is the Bandito dog. Bluffed at the bat. Ask if he went. He didn't. Count goes to 2-2. Heard very good things about the Bandito dog. A lot of fans partook. You can get that at the third base concession stand if you're in the stadium. Maybe you are in the stadium right now thinking. Maybe you're up at suite level thinking about what should I have right now. Go down and check out the Bandito dog. 2-2, 2-out pitch. Fouled off again by Pietkovich. on the season. 278 batter is the Missoula shortstop. As Davis Pratt tries to get through his first full inning of work and set his offense up for success in the bottom half of the frame. Steele, Collins, and Garner due up for the Range Riders. The 2-2, two-out pitch from Pratt. Swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. Steele leads us off after we stretch in the bottom of the 7th. Range Riders still within striking distance. Don't touch that dial. Welcome back. Bottom of the 7th inning. Glacier Range Riders with a 2-0 deficit right now. 6, 7, and 8 due up. And Steele leads us off. 2 for 2. Steele returned from the IL yesterday. Had a pretty good start and now sees a called strike in from Josh Johnson. A 1 pitch in. Foul scrape. Count goes to 0-2. It'll take me a couple of days to get back into the swing of things, but we got to get back to it. It is the Range Rider half of the 7th inning, which means it's time for Life's Important Questions, where we ask the questions that really aren't that important. 0-2 pitch into Jacob Steele from Josh Johnson. Ball outside. Count goes to 1-2. The question for today is, should kids be allowed to choose their bedtime? As a former kid myself, and not currently a parent, as there's a swing and a miss for a strikeout. 1 gone, bottom of the 7th inning. I personally say yes, because there's one specific moment when it really came up as Drew Collins stepping up to the plate. Infamously, in the 2006 Fiesta Bowl. Let me double check that date. It was not the 2006. Maybe it was the 2008 Fiesta Bowl. Flared foul. 2007 Fiesta Bowl. On January 1st, 2007. It was Boise State versus Oklahoma. Crazy game, Statue of Liberty, hook and ladder, everything like that. And it was also a school night. As this is a foul ball heading over to the suite level. I think it hit something over there. Hopefully everybody's okay. Count goes to 0-2, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Drew Collins 1 for 2 with a single into right. My mom, who's amazing, awesome, she did make me go to bed that night because it was a school night. And Boise State did have a chance to win. And then I woke up the next day, and it was one of the craziest games in history. And also mega upset. Really cool for the Mountain West area. I know a lot of people from the area just kind of latched onto Boise State because there's no FBS schools, just U of M and MSU that people mainly latch onto, obviously, in the state. But a lot of people were rooting for that. Boise State is the underdog, whatever, and I didn't get to see it live. And 10-year-old me, still to this day, is hurt from that. Swing and a miss, a strikeout of Drew Collins. There's 2 gone, bottom of the 7th. Carson Garner stepping up to the plate. However, I do understand those who are now parents probably saying kids should not choose their own bedtime because it would be anarchy. It would be lawlessness. And it would be a lot of cranky mornings more than anything. Swing and a miss by Carson Garner. Count goes to 0-2. Strikeout of Steele, strikeout of Collins, and now Josh Johnson will try and strike out the side with Garner stepping up to the plate. 0 for 2 with a pop out and a strikeout already. Called strike. Count goes to 0-2. Official attendance tonight, 2,130 making their way here to Glacier Bank Park. 0-2, 2-out pitch for Carson Garner. Swung on, sky-high fly to left field, and it's just going to hang off enough there. Eventually, Dean makes the grab near Kazuski in left center field. We head to the to the top of the 8th. It is still a 2-0 game.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. Top of the 8th inning and the top of the order due up for Missoula. 1, 2, and 3. Bermudez followed by Klemp and Apodaca. Range Riders right now with a win. They would equalize the Range Riders record. Both squads would be 15 and 14. Let's take a look around the league here in the top of the 8th to see what other moving and shifting has happened. And some has because we already got a final score. There's this one out to center field. Fernandez backing up, gets to the track, and he'll watch it go. Bermudez, a leadoff home run on the first pitch of the inning. It is 3-0 Missoula. On 415 to deep center field. 3-0 Paddleheads. Oakland, the defending champs, fell to Modesto in the Bay Area. 18-12, the final score. Roadsters over the Ballers. Currently, Long Beach sitting in first place, up by 3, 9-6 over the Yuba Sutter Freebirds. Billings has battled back. They were trailing early against Great Falls. Now they're leading 13-9. The Red Pocket Mobiles are up on the Idaho Falls Chuckers in a offensive outpouring. 15-10, Mobiles lead the Chuckers. And Boise, right now, the third place team, leads Ogden 8-4 at Memorial Stadium in Boise, Idaho. Called strike, Nick Klemp, 0 for 3 flyout and 2 groundouts. A win by Long Beach, if they hold off Yuba Sutter, would push their magic number to clinching their first ever playoff spot in their first ever season down to 16. Foul ball keeps the count now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Pratt into Klemp. This one towards right field and falling for a base knock. Klemp has himself a single. And up steps Enzo Apodaca. 1 for 2 with the single himself, as well as a walk. Range Riders' offensive woes, when you look at it, obviously not scoring enough runs in general. Like, you know, that's one thing, but the long ball, which has been the only production for Missoula today, a solo shot and a 2-run shot. The Range Riders have not gotten that, to the tune of the fact that they have not hit a home run since the 4th inning on Tuesday night, where J.D. McLaughlin had a 2-run blast that made it 11-0 Glacier. Since that moment, they have not reached a long ball. No home runs in the other 2 games at Great Falls last night, nor tonight. The only other 3-game stretch where they did not have a home run was the 3-game series against the Missoula Paddleheads a couple weeks ago. This is a Missoula squad that, despite playing in a hitter-friendly park, well, because they play in a hitter-friendly park, they do allow a lot of home runs. I thought it was still going to be low, but they've allowed the 2nd most home runs in the league. 2-1 is hit foul by Apodaca. Count goes to 2-2. Two into Enzo Apodaca from Davis Pratt. Called strike 3. Right at the bottom of the zone at 93. And the first out of the inning is a Apodaca punch out. Up comes C.J. Dean. His 2-run home run is pretty much the difference right now. For Dean, still a young season for him. But that was his 4th home run of the campaign. As he swings and misses on that one, count goes to 0-1. Said he swung there, count goes to 0-2. Dean, that was his first hit of the game when he had the long ball, ground out and a fly out before that. The 0-2, 1-out pitch into the Paddleheads left fielder. Scraped a foul. Top of the 8th inning here, 3-0 Missoula. Runner on first and Klemp. The 0-2. Once again, from Pratt into Dean. A quick check on first. And he fires home. To shallow center field. It's going to no man's land. And another beautiful catch made by Steele. The second time today that he has been tasked with a high degree of difficulty over the shoulder catch. I'll tell you what. Steele offensively at the plate, he's been pretty solid the last 2 days. And his defense, you can't replace something like that. Tyler Stone with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Grounds this one to second base where Logan Beard fields and fires for out number 3. Will Bermudez hits the long ball for Bermudez. His 7th home run of the season. Makes it 3-0. Range Riders need 3 runs before getting 6 outs. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 8th. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. The Glacier Range Riders currently have a 3-0 deficit. Somehow, despite the offense being pretty stagnant, they are still within striking distance of this Missoula squad, just 3 swings away. But, as I mentioned, considering the offensive woes, it does not feel like that. It feels much different on this longest day of the year. The sun's still out. And a first pitch strike fired into Logan Beard, who singled his last time up, but was caught stealing on what I presume was a failed hit and run attempt. The 0-1 pitch. This one out to right field, leadoff single once again from Logan Beard. New pitcher into the contest is number 23, Garrett Gores, taking over. Up comes Alex Fernandez. Casarella even with the bag over at third base, step off by Gores. Fans, if you weren't here in person, you missed a 50-50 night at the ballpark. Have a handful of them throughout the summer, so keep an eye out for that as the first pitch misses. Count goes to 1-0. Squaring a bunt, pulled it back. Count goes to 2-0. Alex Fernandez, ground out, walk and a strikeout. if you want somebody up right after a leadoff single, it's this guy right now. He's the hottest bat in the Range Rider lineup. Got to third on that walk when he stole second and he stole third. There's a called strike over the plate. Count goes to 2-1. On the season, Garrett Gores has a 3.60 ERA. This is his 6th appearance. He has 9 strikeouts to 2 walks. Opposing batters hitting just .222 against the right-hander in Gores, originally from Spokane, Washington, a Gonzaga product. Fouled off. Woo. That one rolled in front of me. I do not know how that cooped up. Somewhere around me. Probably hit over near the balcony area in the suites right next to my booth. Hopefully everybody is okay from that. No reaction to say otherwise. It's a foul ball to make it 2-2. The 2-2 pitch in from Garrett Gores to Alex Fernandez. Down low. Three balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. If the Range Riders are going to strike, this might be the combination to do it. Ball 4 down low. Fernandez works a walk, and just like that, we have the tying run coming to the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Range Riders have survived the big inning today. They have been able to limit the Missoula bats to just 2 long balls, but that's the difference. In this contest, the hits are even at 6 apiece, and now everybody expecting a sacrifice bunt. Kind of interesting to see what we get, as this one is down the line. Going to be a kind of tough play for Casarella, who throws him out at first. Whoa, that one was close. It's a sacrifice bunt. But as we look back at the replay, I'll tell you what. I thought Ashworth to the naked eye beat that one out. He put it in a good spot. Casarella didn't overly freak out. Ooh, and he just got him. Now there's 2 in scoring position for Tommy Rover, who swings and misses on the first pitch. Fernandez on second with great speed. If you get a base knock, you probably score 2 and make this a 1-run ball game. Downstairs gets away. Beard's not going to go on that. If Fernandez was on third, he might have, and it would have been something. But that's just because Fernandez is kind of a psycho running the base paths. You know he's going to run, and he runs every time. This is the only time he can't, because Logan Beard is standing in his way. 1-1 pitch. Ooh, called a strike there. Tommy Rover would challenge, and he'll win it. That one did miss just high. He took a second, Tommy Rover, and it did miss just above the. And the Range Riders get that in the crowd. It sounded like a run was just scored based off that challenge getting overturned. I believe the count goes to 2-1. Yes, it does. 2-1 now. Swing and a miss. Well, I'm glad he overturned that one, because it would have been a swing and a miss for strike 3. Hypothetically. It was an interesting brief pause taken by Rover there. Rover certainly is discounted and has that strike zone expanded a little bit higher sometimes than it should be, because it is based on your height. The 2-2, 1-out pitch. In the dirt. Disciplined at bat from Tommy Rover, who is 0 for 3 tonight, but the Range Riders RBI leader now has a payoff pitch coming in from Garrett Gores, his 15th of the inning. Donovan Ratfield waiting on deck. 3-0 scoreline. The 3-2, 1-out pitch into Tommy Rover. Ball 4. tying run on base. This is a crowd begging for something to cheer about. If you just walked into the stadium and heard the cheer on the overturned strike 2 call, you would have thought the Range Riders just took the lead. But it was because a ball got put on the scoreboard instead of a strike. Imagine what'll happen if Donovan Ratfield can do something magical with the bat. And as this mound visit happened, Donovan Ratfield would get an extended version of his walk-up song. The song Good Time. Never mind, it'll be taken away. Kind of wanted to have everybody get a little funky with it. But instead, we'll get some of the Star Wars Cantina music to tick into the minds. And then maybe we'll get some Alan Jackson to finish it back up. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. Donovan Ratfield, 1 for 3 today. First pitch in from Garrett Gores after the mound visit. Swung on it, over to third, fielded, and the throw will just go to first base for out number 1. The Range Riders are not going to be shut out tonight. An RBI ground out makes it a 2-run game, and maybe more importantly, puts the tying run on second base. It is Carson Hornung with the game in his hands. Good job by Ratfield to just step up and do something with it. With 1 out, at least take advantage of that opportunity. Pass the bat off to the next guy, keep the opportunity. I will say, Casarella maybe could have tried to throw home there and had a half-decent chance at it, but you don't need to prevent the run if you're Casarella. The only thing you're trying to truly protect in that situation is probably your pitcher's ERA if you're firing at home. Casarella does understand the game situation, get the out, and trust your pitcher to take care of the next guy. But a base knock could tie this game. The 1-0. In the zone. 1-1 goes the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. Fouled off. Man, these guys are headhunting me up in the booth here. There's been a lot that have come near to finding me. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. Gores 1 strike away from escaping this jam with the tying run on the bases. Not just that, in scoring position. The 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch. Swung on to left field, crashing in is Dean, and he won't make the catch. The ball lands on the turf, and it is the Range Riders as safe at second. Horning a hustle double, and it is 3-3 with a tying run in scoring position. Dean just didn't have enough speed to be able to get to that one. His 2-run blast put the Paddleheads in front, but a 2 RBI double by Carson Horning has equalized this contest. It wasn't the best piece of hitting from Horning, but he just found a way to squeak it beyond the left fielder. And now Jacob Steele, who I shouted out for his tremendous defense a couple different times, steps up to the plate. 2 for 3 on the day, Steele, with 2 singles and a strikeout. First pitch missing inside, and the count goes to 1-0. Missoula does have a challenge remaining. 3-3 your score line as the Range Riders have reverted the Missoula home runs all the way back to a square ball game. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. That one also called a ball, and the count goes to 2-0. Patience from Steele, who's a base knock away with Horning's speed from totally flipping the script in this 8th inning. 2 balls, no strikes, and Steele will be walked intentionally. How do you How do you feel if you're Steele right there, fresh off the IL, to then go to being a guy that they say, yeah, we don't want anything to do with him. We're going to intentionally walk him in the 8th inning when insurance does matter. And how do you feel if you're Drew Collins? There's a lot of batters that, especially in this situation, where it's not just we're loading it up to take a force, we're loading it up, whatever. They take a lot of offense to it if a guy in front of them gets walked, even if it's really strategic. Collins sees a first pitch ball, and the count goes to 1-0. Had a ground ball through the hole on the right side for a single today, Drew Collins did. He's 1 for 3, got a lot of speed, so anything on the infield could provide trouble. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. His former Jacksonville State teammate Carson Horning on second base. Steele with good wheels on first. This one in the zone, 1-1. Warm-ups are going on in the pen for a right-hander. I assume it's Jack Maruskin. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Runners on first and second. Tie game 3-3. Gores fires home. Swung on, and it's nabbed at second base, or at short, and the throw to first is just in the nick of time to get out Collins. We got ourselves a game again. We head to the 9th in a tie game, 3-3. Range Riders and the Paddleheads don't go anywhere. It's the top of the 9th inning. The Glacier Range Riders have a 3-3 scoreline all of a sudden here in the 9th. Xavier Casarella leads off this half inning versus Jack Maruskin. Casarella, Kazuski, and Gutierrez in this tie game. First pitch in. Nearly hits Casarella, and the count goes to 1-0. 83 as Maruskin missed on that one. Jack Maruskin came in and was one of the top closers in the league to start this season, but he had 1 freak outing. I believe it was against this Paddlehead squad. 1-0. In the zone, nice pitch at the top of the strike zone. But even with that freak outing, a 2.70 ERA, 5 saves, which is near the top of the PBL, 21 strikeouts, 7 walks. He also has hit 3 batters. Opposing batters hitting just .088 against Jack Maruskin. The 1-1. Couldn't bring that one down to the zone. Home plate umpire hasn't. He's given a cushion on the right side of the plate, which is my right. Your left, if you're looking at the center field camera, which you will be in a second here. The inside for lefties, the outside for a guy like Casarella. Fouled off. He's given about a ball on the outside that way, but he has not given anything up high, and that has been to the detriment of Aiden Elfring, especially, who was trying to hit that upper part of the zone and not given the same cushion that the outside for righties was. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, or no outs, top of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. Maruskin dots him up at 96. Casarella turned down swinging. 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Kazuski now stepping up to the plate. Kazuski's had an adventure. He's been able to reach, but then he's got himself out twice. One because after his single, he fell off the bag on a steal attempt, and with some debate was called out. And then last time up, he walked and then was caught stealing much more clean. Bluff of the bat, did he go? No. Count goes to 1-0 on a pitch to miss low and inside for Kazuski. A 24-year-old standing 5'10", 190 pounds. Inside, and the count goes to 2-0. Range Rider pitcher in Maruskin, hailing originally from Frederick, Maryland. He's 26 years old, spent a stint in affiliated ball out of college, and last year played for the Billings Mustangs. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, top of the 9th inning. The pitch from Maruskin to Kazuski in the zone at 96. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch in. Couldn't get the call up high. Kazuski more than happy to go on first base for free. The 3-1 pitch into the center fielder. Ball 4 and a walk just upstairs. A 1-out walk. Up comes Sergio Gutierrez, or do we get a pinch hitter? They don't really have anybody available, so never mind. If this were Aaron Miles, you would be seeing some crazy changes here in the night. But for now, the only thing you can see is Gutierrez step to the plate, and every once in a while, our crew cut to a beautiful sunset on this longest day of the year. This one missing inside, and that's the inside part of the plate that was getting a call earlier. Not here. Count goes to 1-0 on Gutierrez. Kazuski's been caught twice on the base pass. Will he try a 3rd time? Swing and a miss. 96 just above the zone. Great crowd here. Wanted to see a comeback in this contest, but they need to hold off the Paddleheads here in the 9th to open the door for some magic in the bottom. Upstairs, 2-1. Gutierrez 0 for 3 today, the catcher. 2 strikeouts and a fly out to left. The 2-1, 1-out pitch. Swung on out to right field, looking up at the wall, and it will rebound off the wall for Ashworth. The throw comes in. It's a hard hit single by Gutierrez. The runner goes first to third in Kazuski. And for Maruskin, that is just the 4th hit against him this year. It's a big one. Sacrifice is in play. As Jeremy Pjutkovic steps up. 1 for 2 today. Struck out swinging his last time up. Has an infield single and a walk. 3-3 scoreline. Go-ahead run 90 feet away for the Missoula Paddleheads. Outside. 1-0. Trying to hit that first pitch. It's been the same one every time, exact same velo coming in. Just not being able to place that as well as he would have wanted. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pjetkovic has decent speed, and the Range Riders are opting to go with the infield, mostly back, maybe you could say at medium depth, but more double play depth. It will be very interesting if you get a ball to somewhere in the infield, what happens? Also, I'm kind of shocked as, there's a stunted steal there by Gutierrez, he stunted that way too soon. Now goes the 2-1 on a ball in the dirt. Crucial block by the Range Rider catcher. The third baseman Rover's playing way back, and with one strike here, if I was Pjetkovic, I'd drop down a bunt down the third base line. It seems wide open if you can get it down. You're at least going to score the runner. Now goes to 3-1 instead on a ball downstairs. A walk to Kazuski, a single by Gutierrez. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Still a 3-1 count. Oh, man. Rover's playing way back over there at third. 3-1 pitch in. Runner's going. It's called a ball, and they're going to let him go to first. That one, an ABS challenge would have overturned it. Instead, the bases are loaded, as Will Oman will come out and have a conversation with Jack Maruskin. Will Bermuda has a home run his last time up. Steps to the plate. Switch hitter will bat for the left side. So I'm going to distract myself from the current situation unfolding in front of us by checking in on the PBL scoreboard. Currently in Oakland, Modesto beat the Ballers 18-12. Long Beach does win. They moved to 23-6 on the year. And their magic number for clinching their first ever playoff spot is down to 16 games. Billings in the top of the ninth leads Great Falls 15-12 in the Magic City. No defense allowed in Idaho Falls. It is 18-12. The Red Pocket Mobiles lead the Idaho Falls Chuckers, and it is 9-6 Boise over Ogden in Memorial Stadium in Boise, Idaho. Bases loaded for Will Bermudez, who is 1 for 3. Strikeout, hit by pitch, strikeout, and a home run to center, 415 feet his last time up, and that home run looms large right now. In the zone. Good placement on that same pitch that he started every at-bat with. Count goes to 0-1. After the mound visit, conversation with Oman. Bases loaded situation. No balls, 1 strike. And 1 out. This one hit and into right field. One comes home and a red light at third. Will Bermudez gives the Missoula Paddleheads the lead. 2 walks and a single. Load them up. Missoula cashes in on it. Up comes Nick Klemp. Klemp 1 for 4. This situation is still high leverage, even though Missoula has the lead. A 1-run lead going into the bottom of the ninth is a lot more difficult than any more cushions given. First pitch into Klemp is called a ball inside. Count goes to 1-0 on Klemp, who was 1 for 4. Single his last time. The 1-0 pitch with the bases loaded. That one in the zone, 1-1. Wild bullpen pitch finds its way nearly all the way to home plate. So it'll work out as an impromptu ice of the pitcher. As Moruskin will have to step off, and now step back on the 1-1, 1-out pitch. Can't get the call on the lower inside part of the plate. Very strict strike zone. This half inning, our home plate umpire. Range Riders this season with the bases loaded are batting .288 compared to their opponents who are batting .340. That's coming into the contest. The 2-1 pitch into Nick Klemp. Down the right field line, it's foul. There's a Paddlehead player in that orange construction worker type jersey. Or just one up here, whatever it is. He dovetailed it out of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Missoula leading 4-3 with the bases loaded. Still just 1 out on the board. The pitch into Klemp. A late swing on it, another foul ball. Moruskin against right-handed batters. There have been just 2 hits against him this season. As that's a ball up and in at 96 miles per hour. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Payoff pitch coming in. If it misses the zone, it's a free pass and a run for Missoula. The 3-2, 1 out pitch in from Moruskin. Scraped a foul on it. This is once again Missoula doing what they do so well. The 2 strike foul balls. Klemp just a pest to get out at the plate. (3-2), 1 out pitch once again from Jack Moruskin into Nick Klemp. Call the ball. That was inside challenge by the Range Riders. They just got to challenge that one, but they're not going to get it. Range Riders lose one of their challenges. They got 1 remaining and a bases loaded walk. Makes it 5-3. First pitch, a strike in the zone to Enzo Apodaca. And also in the zone. A lot of wind out of the sails here at Glacier Bank Park, but the fans have not departed the contest in the same way that the scoreline has departed from a tie. The 0-2, 1 out pitch. Call the ball just outside to Apodaca. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Enzo Apodaca is. This one hit towards left field. It got out so quickly that Piotrowicz was not on third and couldn't have a chance to tag up there. It's a hard hit ball at 101 miles per hour, but it is a line out to Drew Collins. So Range Riders will be happy to get a second out on the board finally. After this inning was led off with the strikeout of Xavier Casarella. And now C.J. Dean, dangerous, steps up to the plate. 5-3 scoreline. Called strike to Dean. It goes to 0-1. Goes to 0-2. Range Riders, if you can get this out here, they got a chance. 8-9-1 due up in the next half inning. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. 5-3 scoreline, Missoula with the lead. Range Rider offense, a 3-run bottom of the 8th inning, erased in part by a 2-run top half of the frame. The 0-2. Blocked. Great job by Ratfield to block it. That's a difference of a run right there if Ratfield cannot get enough of a piece of that. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Into Dean, who is 1 for 4 today. Down low once again, Ratfield gets enough of a piece of it. Two balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 pitch in from Ruskin to Dean. Popped up, out of play. Ruskin has had to fire 38 pitches in this inning. So much so that the warm-ups have started for Bustamante in case this inning goes any longer. Then you just got to take Ruskin out because this Missoula squad has made him work. The 2-2, 2-out pitch into C.J. Dean. Out to left field, Collins backing up. He'll watch it go off the wall. 2 across. 2 RBI double by C.J. Dean. It is 7-3. And a 4-run top of the 9th inning will be brought to a close by Todd Pratt. We're going to take a quick break on the broadcast. I don't have anything to say to fill the space here. It is 7-3 Missoula. We'll be right back.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Alex Bustamante fires a first pitch strike. Coming out of the pen, count goes to 0-1, a swing and a miss. And Tyler Stone makes it 0-2. Dean still on second after the 2 RBI double. Klemp on third. 2 outs here. Top of the 9th inning. Range Riders down by 4 after a awesome moment. Bottom of the 8th inning. 3 runs across is more than a race. It's a swing and a miss. Bustamante out of the inning. Strikeout to finish the frame. And we head to the bottom of the 9th. It is 7-3 Missoula.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Glacier Range Riders have a 4-run deficit. Thanks to a 4-run top of the 9th inning by the Missoula Paddleheads. Range Riders being out-hit by 2 in this game. Let's see what magic we got. Range Riders will send up 8, 9, and 1 in this half inning. Garner, Beard, and Fernandez versus Matt Tabensi. Tabensi is a lefty. Came in last night, pitched a shutout 9th inning as well. De facto closer for this squad, as that one misses inside. And it counts 2-0, both sides have 1 challenge remaining, just in case that comes into effect on the season. A 3.0 ERA for Tabensi. 15 strikeouts, 4 walks. The 2-0. In the zone, Carson Garner. Garner 0 for 3 today. Pop out, strikeout, and a flyout. Time taken by Garner. Here's a ball. Count goes to 3-1. Three-one pitch. Ball. Not ball. Challenge would have overturned it. Should have been ball 4, but expanded strike zone here in the bottom of the ninth. On that one. Count goes 3-2. And Garner fights off a foul ball. Oh. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs, bottom of the ninth inning. To center field. Backing up, backing up, backing up, and at the wall. The catch is made by Kazuski. An encapsulation of this 8th and 9th innings. .400 feet off the bat of Garner, needed it to be about 405 to at least scrape off the wall. Logan Beard steps up, 2 for 3. Logan Beard. First pitch misses inside, and that was all in an at-bat. Ball 4 is not called, and ended as an out. Allowed out, but an out's an out. Call strike. Goes to 1-1. One pitch. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, bottom of the ninth inning. Not a lot of fans have left since that disastrous top half of the frame, but the energy certainly has dipped. Swing and a miss, a strikeout of Logan Beard. Last chance for the Range Riders is their leadoff guy, Alex Fernandez, will step up 0 for 2 on the night. Did score a run last inning. Fernandez on the verge of being held hitless for the first time in his pro career. And a called strike. Hits the lower outside corner. 0-1, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Below the zone, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch into Alex Fernandez. Missed inside, 2-1. Low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. There's a called strike, counts full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Range Riders down to their last strike, trying to stave off their 4th straight series loss. The 3-2, 2-out pitch. Just got a piece of it, floating down the left field line. Under it to make the catch is Casarella. Range Riders fall in this one 7-3. We'll be right back for the postgame.
turn.
Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you after a heartbreaking 7-3 loss here at the hands of the Missoula Paddleheads for the Glacier Range Riders. Bottom of the 8th inning rally erased by a 4-run top of the 9th. And in the end, the loss handed to Jack Maruskin, who went to two-thirds of an inning, 4 earned runs, 1 strikeout, and 3 walks. The winning pitcher will be Garrett Goris, who allowed 3 earned runs in 1 inning. And because he lost the lead, and the squad got back the lead, he ends up getting it. No save to top NC because he had a 4-run lead when he came in. Range Riders coming up just short here, and there's plenty to talk about in terms of the woes right now at this funk for the Range Riders, as they are now even with the Paddleheads, a tie for 6th place between the 2 squads. I'll have plenty of time tomorrow to talk about it, though, and I'll have some dad jokes for Father's Day, and we will pay tribute to all the great dads around the Range Riders and around the Flathead Valley, in and outside the stadium. If you are wondering what to get your dad, last-minute gift, oh no, it's Father's Day, get your dad tickets to the Range Riders game tomorrow. Have fun, run the bases, whatever it may be. It'll be a great way to spend Father's Day down here at the ballpark, as the Range Riders will look to bounce back from this heartbreaker. A final look around the PBL. Modesto beating Oakland, Long Beach beating Yuba Sutter, Billings does beat the Great Falls Voyagers, Red Pocket beats the Idaho Falls Chuckers, and in the top of the 9th inning, Boise, Idaho, the Hawks and the Raptors are tied at 9 apiece. So if you watch on Home Team Network, go ahead and check that game out. Might be a good finish from Memorial Stadium. That'll do it for today's broadcast. The Range Riders' 4th straight loss, tied for their longest losing streak of the season. Let's see if they can bounce back and avoid a 2nd straight Paddlehead sweep in the 2-3 gamers that they have played against Missoula to start this season. We will see tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. Father's Day at Glacier Bank Park. Be sure not to miss it. I'll be with you on YouTube and the Go Range Riders app, as always. A huge shout out to our incredible crew, led up by Vicky Sims, our production crew, which is Janelle, Ashton, Zach, Ryan, everybody else, whole crew, Avery Layton, as well as Jesse on our PA microphone in the stadium. Lauren Hill is our sideline reporter. My name is Scott Gladstone. Please have a great rest of your evening. I hope to a shout out as well as Christian Banda back in the HTN studio on graphics and replays today. Once again, my name is Scott Gladstone. Please have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow for Father's Day. Stay safe out there.